All right, shalom. First and foremost, before I start this lesson, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kudash. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught us all this truth. Shalom to all the Achim in this truth and sincerity, starting with the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, which we hope we're a part of. I'm going to do, going to be a quick and edifying lesson going into, there is a crown laid up. All right, that's probably going to be the title. There is a crown laid up. All right, and that's from 2 Timothy 4:7, which I'm going to read right now. All right, and jump straight into it. Lord willing to be edifying. Let me get that 2 Timothy. Hold up. 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, to give a little context, I'll start at verse 6. It says, "For now I am ready to be offered up, or Salakia, to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand." This is the Apostle Paul, speaking about pretty much his course was already done. He did what he needed to do on the planet Earth, and he was nearing the time of being sent back to the spirit world. Okay, pretty much his job was done. He did all that he needed to do. All right. So verse 7, it says, "I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord Yahweh," that's the name of the Most High God of Israel. His only begotten son's name is Yahweh Shai. That's the Lord, which is the righteous Lord. All right. It says, "Which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing." So because he fought a good fight and he kept the faith, he knew that he was going to get that reward. That's what that crown of righteousness is talking about. All right. And he said, "Which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day." That day is speaking about the day, what the world would call Judgment Day. All right. And the Lord, he says, he's coming back with a reward, to give every man according to his works. So even the righteous are going to be judged as well as the wicked, but the only difference is, Lord willing, we're those men. Lord willing, we endure to the end. Our judgment is going to be a favorable judgment. It's going to be a comforting judgment. It's going to be a good judgment. All right. But on the flip side, you people in the world, who are in darkness, your judgment is going to be extremely unfavorable. That's why Yahweh Shai said there should be weeping and gnashing of teeth, because it's going to be extremely unfavorable judgment for the ones who are not written in the book of life. All right. Which is, the majority of the people on the planet Earth, even 2/3 of our own people, 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and even you Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, 2/3 of you, are going to get a very unfavorable judgment. All right. But, the Lord is a balanced power. All right. Because the Lord isn't just going to utterly destroy the house of Jacob, like it says in, what's that? I believe Jeremiah 30:7, if I'm not mistaken. No. Well, that's a good one, but there's another one that says that. Let me look it up real quick. Jeremiah 30:7 is a good one, but there's another one. Let me see if I can find it. This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh power are upon the sinful kingdom." Now that sinful kingdom is talking about the wicked of our people. All right. First and foremost. But then it's also talking about Babylon the Great, which we're living in right now. The which is the last leg of the Roman Empire, aka America. All right. We were living in the last leg of the Roman Empire. All right. We're still living in Daniel, in the dream that Daniel interpreted. All right. That the dream of the statue, we're still living in that. All right. And the legs were made of iron. That's the Roman Empire. We're on the last leg of the Roman Empire, and that's the sinful kingdom. All right. It says, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. So Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua is going to destroy Babylon the Great off the face of the earth. All right. This whole landmass. And that there's plenty of scriptures that go into that. All right. It says, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Who's the house of Jacob? Jacob, his name was changed to Israel. All right. And he's the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. That's the house of Jacob. And he said, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Because remember, like I said, like the scripture said, I'm just interpreting it. It says the sinful kingdom. That's really talking about wicked Israelites. He's going to destroy the wicked Israelites off the face of the earth, the 2/3, A precept of that is Zechariah 13:8. But he said he's not utterly going to destroy the house of Jacob. So there's going to be a remnant, all right? And, we're hoping that we're a part of that remnant, Matter of fact, I'm going to continue on. Verse 9, it says, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel from among all nations, because the nation of Israel is scattered among all nations. I try to mention this like in every lesson I do, pretty much, because that's important, man. That's an important prophecy. Going back to the curses of Deuteronomy 28, verse 64, Deuteronomy 28:64. The Lord scattered us in all nations, through the transatlantic slave trade, all right, through the sub-Saharan slave trade, all right, and various others, displacements and migrations. The Lord scattered the nation of Israel and throughout the whole, planet, okay, throughout all countries. So the Lord is going to sift them, all right? And if you know anything about a sift, that's pretty much like when you put grain it's like a little net, it looks like a net, and you shake it, and it gets rid of all the, pretty much it gets rid of all the bad stuff, it's like a filter, pretty much. He says, I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth, which is the elect. Not even the least member, not even the very last member of the elect is going to, fall. All right. Verse 10, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. All right. So I'm going to go back to the other scripture. All right, back in 2 Timothy 4, I'm going to read verse 8 again. It says, matter of fact, I'll read verse 7 and 8 again. It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. So what we're in right now is a fight, all right? The straight gate, it's a fight, Just like if you're walking a tightrope, which the straight gate is likened unto a tightrope when you read 2nd Ezra's, I believe it's chapter 7. 2nd Ezra chapter 7. It talks about there's deep water on the right and a fire on the left. Roughly paraphrasing. But it's like a tightrope, and you have to actually fight to be able to stay on it. You can't go too far to the right, or you can't go too far to the left. It's balanced. All right, it's a tightrope. We're in a fight right now. This is a spiritual fight. Okay. That's why the Apostle Paul said that. All right. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. So if you make it to the end of the finish line, if you fight that good fight and you strive lawfully, like the scripture says, you do what you're supposed to do, All right, you stay humble. All right, you love Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You love the brothers as yourself. You know, you have charity, you have faith, and you have the works to back up the faith. If you were able to make it to the end, which we hope that